Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. So in this part we are going to be doing the mission Illusion of Communication.
Our information about events at Pavo is incomplete, but I believe the Terrans are undertaking a large-scale operation there. They have managed to coerce the planet's consciousness into serving their violent needs. Furthermore, they've turned Pavo's transmitter into a potent weapon. Time is of the essence. While the Alliance is mobilizing a larger response, we are, in effect, the first responders. It falls to us to do what we can to stop Captain Tilly and her crew before they solidify their control of Pavo. Failing to do so could be catastrophic. Ideally, we should return the Discovery and her crew to their proper time and space. Under the circumstances, removing the Terran presence from Pavo is the more immediate, logical need.
Okay. And transport back over to Pavo. And begin Illusion of Communication.
Based on my readings, I believe the Terrans have managed to alter Pavo's song. Somehow, Tilly and her crew have manipulated it into a new type of harmonic waveform. This waveform is potent enough to realign the space around the planet, shifting it to a different quantum signature. As a result, a number of interphasic rifts have opened within the system.
For what purpose?
I believe she is attempting to bring things from the mirror universe to ours. Logic suggests an invasion force, based on previous encounters with the Terran Empire. We are not the only ones interested in this behavior. The time-displaced Klingons are moving to investigate as well. Considering previous encounters, the situation could become volatile quickly.
Let's deal with this before it gets out of hand. And take out that bird of prey real quick. Let's scan the portal. The wreckage is from my ship, a massive one. If the Terrans were trying to get reinforcements through, it didn't work. I'm picking up life signs on several of the larger pieces of debris. Emergency life support systems are failing, however, they don't have a lot of time left. Prep sickbay for casualties, begin transporting survivors aboard. And take out the next set of Klingons, or I guess the next Klingon rather, because it's only a single ship. And beam the survivors from this other one aboard. And my fighters decided to go ahead and engage the cleave ship before we were ready. Or rather, before I was ready. And that went down a lot faster than the cruiser, for reasons. And beam the last set of survivors aboard. We've rescued several survivors. The uninjured ones are being held in the brig, and the casualties are in sickbay. We've found several who were cocooned in mycelial threads. Apparently the wreckage passed through some kind of subspace mycelial network. And now several of these survivors are wrapped in these fungal strands. Will the cocooned ones survive? Too early to tell, but indications are generally positive. Apparently the mycelial webwork is very durable. It may have protected them from the disaster that claimed their ship. Keep me posted if their status changes. In the meantime, we need to get planetside.
I have the coordinates for the science station on the planet's surface. It is logical to assume that the Terrans have taken control of the research team and their facilities. Preparing for an armed response would be prudent.
I mean, it's Terrans we're dealing with, and we also always have to deal with armed responses every time we beam down anywhere. It's just the way things work. Apparently everybody sees us and they say hostile.
The research facility has already been attacked. We must see to the welfare of the researchers, if any survived.
We should check the shelter area. Oh, look at that. People have survived. You didn't really beam us down far enough for it to be a question of if anybody survived.
Your assistance is appreciated.
Don't know why you talked like that.
I have recovered.
So you have.
My injuries are
We are
not
fortunate
life-threatening.
that the Terrans did not kill everyone. They were more concerned with our research data and equipment. Our work appears to have given the Terrans what they need to communicate with Pavo in ways we cannot. They are now able to alter the planet's consciousness, causing it to reflect their own dark nature.
We'll beam your people to safety before we deal with the Terrans.
Our security personnel should remain with us. We will need all the help we can get against the Terran forces.
A logical conclusion.
While trying to communicate with the planet, we have learned that it uses crystal matrices as transmitters. We have a small collection of crystal samples. They may be useful to re-establish the planet's normal biosphere, free from Terran influence.
Let's pick up a few of those crystals before we continue.
I was able to take readings of the area. Terran technology is not subtle, especially agonizer gear. I'm reading it in several nearby locations. A meadow, a riverbank, and a narrow pass. I am also reading several Terran life signs in those areas. I do not expect a warm welcome from them.
Once we've dealt with the Terrans, we can turn off their agonizers and restabilize the planet.
There is a canyon that exits to another glade of Pavan life a short distance to the south of here. Logically, the Terrans would seek out places where they can use their technology to attempt to subvert the planet.
And we should keep an eye out for their devices then. Also, the researchers, there I was about to say.
The device there, near the crystals. Disable it to interrupt the Terrans' hold on Pavo.
Wonderful, that worked. And take out the first set of Terrans that we ran into. And then take out the second group. Though this group doesn't seem to be holding up as well, even though I think it was slightly larger. And continue on to the... I don't think it's the last one. Ouch, I assume that was some sort of agonizer tech or something that effectively froze me in place, although I was still able to shoot, so apparently it doesn't do a great job of agonizing me, it just kind of freezes me in place.
We should continue before the Terrans send reinforcements.
Sounds like a good idea.
I sense something. They are attempting to communicate telepathically. They are angry.
You okay over there?
Kill them! Kill them all!
Apparently not. Ouch. Okay, that guy apparently has a shield for whatever reason. The rest of them didn't. Okay, let's treat their injuries.
Fascinating. The Terrans have used their agonizer technology to induce a state of hostility in the Pavan biosphere. It is lashing out, using its empathic powers to project its pain and rage into other living beings. If the Terrans are able to do this on a large scale, the planet could serve as a massive telepathic weapon. It would be able to subvert or kill anyone, anywhere. We should disable this technology wherever we find it on Pavo.
Why didn't the attack affect me or my officers?
An interesting question. I believe the biosphere has a stronger connection to myself and my team. It may have instinctively struck the most familiar minds first. That being said, I do not believe it will continue to exclusively attack the members of my team. Only those with the ability to harm the biosphere will be immune.
Are you able to continue on?
Yes. Now that I have experienced the psionic attack, I can take steps to shield my mind against it. The security officers, on the other hand, do not have my level of training in the mental arts. It would not be logical for them to continue on with us.
Very well, we'll beam the security team up to the ship. Besides, I'm sure we can use them to help watch over the brig. Okay, and continue on. Defeat more Terrans now in the mountain pass. And get stuck on a rock. Yeah, and they did it again. Whatever it was, I wasn't fast enough to go and check my debuffs. And for some reason the game has decided to just stop at the sound. Because the reasons. We're gonna take a quick detour down here because there is something down here. On the off chance people didn't know, there's this little box of Terran supplies back here, which gives you a Discovery phaser sniper rifle, and I think it might always be a sniper rifle. This time it was blue. I swear I've gotten purple before from that box. Maybe they changed it though. Maybe that box now only gives up to a blue, or maybe only gives blue. I don't know. I know you get something else at the very end of this. It's another Discovery ground weapon. I don't know if that one's random though or not.
It seems that in addition to using their agonizer technology on the planet itself, the Terrans are blocking access to the central pillar with force fields in selected areas. Doubtless, they wish to prevent interference in their captain's plans.
Sure. I just want to note that this force field, though, looks very similar to the Tholian force field that they're able to toss up in space. It looks very similar. We need to disable those force fields and stop their captain. So let's disable the force field, singular, not plural. And make our way through the cave. To find Captain Killy. There she is. Very impressive.
Oh, you're good! Seriously! I sent my best to deal with you. My best! And here you are, alive and kicking. Well, bravo!
It is illogical for you to continue, Captain. Whatever you are doing to Pavo needs to end.
the famous Vulcan logic. Get it straight. Pavo and I, we're just getting started. Oh, and that part about sending my best at you? I lied.
I mean, these people don't really seem any better.
Enemy targets uncensored. Personal shield losing power.
Wow, really? You have to blow up my crystalline prisms?
Why don't I give you a little taste of my big gun? I can do this all day.
How about you don't?
Shield losing power.
Oh, Jesus, what the hell? Let's just respawn. It's easier. I don't know what the hell hit me.
Personal shield losing power.
But something apparently hit me and it was like just a one-shot kill, more or less.
Time's up. Ready to die?
Oh, whoops, wrong one. I thought it was that one.
Ever had an agonizer down your throat? No? You're about to.
I'd rather not, if you don't mind. Doesn't exactly sound like it's a lot of fun.
Personal shield losing power.
Oh shit.
Now this will be a real treat. For me.
Go, take down the last one. My entire...
You just got to my last nerve and
Really?
jumped all over it.
You have to root me right then and there?
Personal shield losing power.
And I didn't freaking double tap, game. Really wish you would quit it with that stuff.
Personal shield losing power.
Oh, God damn it. I don't remember this fight being this annoying. Like, seriously. I swear, it was a whole hell of a lot easier back when I played this mission when it first came out. I mean, sure, it was on my main. He's definitely much better equipped than this character. But nonetheless.
Well, this is definitely not how I saw this ending. You know, it's only a matter of time before we beat you, right? You don't have the stomach to stop us. But we're more than capable of ending you. And I intend to make that happen.
That seems unlikely. Your campaign of terror here is over, Captain.
Oh, I'm not done yet, Vulcan. Till next time, you assholes.
Fascinating.
My character's face. He's like, what the hell just happened?
She has somehow used Pavo's transmitter as a long-range transporter. Tilly could be anywhere in the quadrant now. If we are fortunate, we might find further clues among the Terran equipment. They did go to considerable trouble to arrange this site.
We should check their gear near the spire.
I think we have found all we can here. It may be advisable to return to your vessel so that we can deal with the situation in local space.
Let's do that.
Now that you have secured the research preserve, we must find a way to return the remaining Terrans and their vessel to their proper time and space.
Recommendations?
We can use the ion storm to send Discovery back. Specially modified probes can amplify the storm in specific locations. This can generate a localized ion effect and open a gateway to the proper point in space and time.
Convincing Discovery to enter that could be difficult.
Indeed, especially given the Terran predilection for hostility.
Shields up, fire to disable.
Warning, ship is under attack. 4 shields failing. Target shield has failed. Rear shield failing. Left shield failing.
Okay, wonderful. Discovery's been disabled. Yeah, and I don't see the worker bees this time around. I don't know what it is with me seeing them back on downfall.
Pointless. As much as it pains me to say this, we surrender. What are your terms?
Stand down. You need to return to your proper time and place.
Fine by me. Tilly slinked off to parts unknown and left us to die. I'm the captain now, and I say send us back if you can.
Very well. Return to your initial entry position and don't try any more tricks.
Your display has been updated with the locations to place probes around Discovery. Once the probes are in place, they will trigger an ion flare to open the gateway that will take Discovery back.
Easier said than done.
Agreed. The time-displaced Klingons are still out there, and they have shown a distinct interest in destroying the Discovery, along with all of us.
Right. Helm, take us to the launch points. Tactical, keep watch for Klingons.
Keep those Klingon ships off us!
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
I mean, you don't really have to worry about the Klingons. They don't exactly have the ability to make it very far in a fight.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
And wasn't quite able to get the angle to fire a spread at him. And place the last one.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
And should have turned a little bit more to the left. And that other one would have been in the firing arc, or at least they should have been. But it wasn't turned enough to the side for them to be considered a valid target.
Intensifying. Soon it will shift Discovery and any ships near it.
In that case, I probably don't want to be inside. Really? Because the shields look to be at full strength.
Has failed. Four shields failing.
You already did. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get out.
We're ready to leave! Now! What's the holdup?
It's not as simple as just flicking a switch and boom, you get to go back home. I'm afraid it doesn't quite work like that.
Target shields have failed.
you respawn fairly quickly.
Target's shields have failed.
And let's send Discovery back.
This is Discovery. We're moving into position. They better get those Klingons off our back. Otherwise, this is gonna be a real short trip.
Shields are critical! We're losing them!
Emergency power to shields. Now!
Somat to Discovery. Prepare for transit. Probes are in position. Activating in 3, 2, 1. Engage. The ion storm has cleared, and we're receiving standard readings from Pavo. It's broadcasting its song as normal. No aberrations, no distress calls. It would seem things are returning to a calm, peaceful level.
That's good news.
Once the research team is able to resume their duties, we will begin to analyze the impact of agonizer technology on the Pavan ecosystem. Considering what we have just witnessed, it will be logical to make sure Tilly and her crew didn't leave any unexpected surprises on the planet as well. For now, I believe we can safely depart the system.
Very well.
It will take some time to evaluate the impact of the Terran occupation of Pavo. The agonizer technology they used to manipulate the planetary biosphere was invasive and damaging. I am concerned about the effect it had upon the Pavan ecology, and how that will affect future attempts at interaction with the planet. The fact that Captain Tilly remains at large is troubling. Her technological prowess and propensity for violence should make her presence in this time quite disruptive. Should she acquire current technology and return to her own time, it is possible that she will rewrite history as we know it, turning our universe into one more like her own, if not worse. In the meantime, we both have our duties to attend to. It has been agreeable working with you. Live long and prosper.
Well, in theory, so long as she returns to her time and place, as in, she returns to the Discovery era mirror universe, she's not going to affect our timeline at all. She could go and make herself a new empress of the Terran Empire rather than Giorgio. But, yeah. So long as she doesn't go back to the Discovery era of Prime timeline, she's not going to affect our timeline in theory. Or our universe, rather. Let's go ahead and get the healing crystal, because it's useful. And especially of the two, it is the most useful. The console really is not particularly useful, in my opinion. Well, that is going to be it for this part. I will see you all next time, where we will be doing the mission. Give me 1 second. The mission Beneath the Skin, which, if I recall correctly, is a bit of a longer mission, just by a little bit, because of the ground combat, and ground combat takes a while. Like I said, we'll be skipping over the patrol stuff, so we have 3 more missions left. This is what, part 121, so the series should be ending at part 124. If I'm remembering correctly, I believe this is 121. Either way, that'll be it. Quick reminder, I do have a Patreon, link to that down in the description below if you wish to go ahead and become a patron. That helps the channel out immensely, even if it's only for as little as $1 a month, and in return you get early access to all of my videos. That early access varies a little bit depending on how far ahead I am on my recording schedule. As of right now, I'm having a bit of a hard time being able to go and record because of reasons that I'm not going to go into. So it's cutting a little bit close. But typically I try to give you all because my videos, all 3 series that I'm currently running, go up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I generally try and give you all 24 to 72 hours depending upon which series it is we're talking about. I typically post the early access on Sunday. I also have a Discord link that down there as well if you wish to join it. It's the best place to be if you want to be able to be kept up to date on channel happenings regarding uploads and whatnot. It also just has some general discussion as well for games, not so much Star Trek Online, but other games. But that'll be it for this part. Like I said, I will see you all next time, but until then, goodbye and farewell.